So how are you going to engage the consumer that has a trade-in? What are we going to do? So we're going to turn the trade-in consumer into a customer. And the best ways that we see the most progressive dealers doing this is through trusted third-party website leads, website widgets, and their internal showroom process. So trusted third-party leads, do you want to speak to that?
Yeah, sure. So when you look at a marketplace like a TrueCar or you guys are familiar with KBB ICO, it's about enabling the consumer to get a number that they can lean on a brand that they typically trust, and then when they get to your dealership and they present it to you in that way, lean on that brand. You know, KBB said this is what your numbers were. TrueCar says this is what your numbers were. Whoever you conduct business with, leverage them to help you create that trusted experience in your showroom. But it all starts online, and you have to remember that. They're going to shop you to death. Make sure that you help carry that over into your showroom.
And just a point, if you are dealing with trusted third-party leads, you need to keep in mind that this dealer has not particularly chosen your dealership. They have chosen a trusted third party. So the moment that you call and say, "Hi, Mr. Consumer, thank you for filling in a form on Halton Honda's website about your trade-in," customer has no idea what you're talking about. They did not do that. Right? So you need to read the leads and make sure that the sales process is in line with the experience that the customer has chosen.
How many of you have scripts in your BDC? Your very specific process talk tracks of when you call a consumer, this is what you say. Anybody? Free flowing? Yeah? When you receive this kind of lead, the last thing that you want to do is pick up the phone and say, "What car are you interested in buying?"
Which is what happens a lot of the time.
We're seeing it a lot. We're training really hard to help overcome that. But that is some of the legacy thinking that we're running into. And it requires a lot of training to actually shift the mindset that the BDC can do more than just sell cars. Or your salespeople can do more than just sell cars. And again, it's handle these with care. These people want to start a little bit differently than the average consumer.
And then we'll go into website widgets. So as we mentioned, there's website widgets available. This could be a trade-in form on your website that gives the customer an idea what their vehicle's worth. It could be a chat widget where a consumer asks you about their trade-in. A lot of these times, dealerships aren't willing to give that kind of information, but you need to adapt a new process where you're dealing with you're putting what the customer's needs are first.
These are customers that are already on your website. And again, it's about meeting them at their needs, right? So what we know is you have about 3 minutes to capture a consumer that's visited your website. If your shopping experience or your trade-in tool doesn't capture their attention in about 3 minutes, they're going to bounce. Look for trade-in tools that help you streamline that. Look for trade-in tools that can get you over the hurdles of here's your $6,000 range. Here's your market context with no value. You know, find tools that work for your processes that help you put a number on a car, or at least facilitate a number on the car, and ultimately capture the folks that are already on your properties.
And then lastly, showroom process. So again, hand-holding with the customer, walking them through the value of their vehicle. Like we said, there are tools available that an actual consumer can take an iPad and you can walk around their vehicle with them and get a value on their vehicle. Okay, and there's ways to do it to tailor the numbers to fit your needs. So you could say to the used car manager, whatever number comes back, you need the salesperson to always back it up $500. There's a way that these tools can work seamlessly through the sales process without the consumer really knowing that that is what's happening in order to arrive at a number that's safe for your dealership, that the consumer feels they've put on their own vehicle. Okay, so it's an interesting concept.